free the people. On this. Oh, dude, nice.
I made it lightly blow it away. It's
Do
very
it.
gentle.
Yeah, that's cool.
It doesn't love
It loves you.
me.
It's hanging.
Well, you know what? We're gonna.
It's hanging with you. Testing 1, 2, testing the microphone. The microphone seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. Bop. Hi. Great. Okay, here it is. What's up, y'all? It's KB, your host. I am here today with my brother from another mother, somebody I worked at Guitar Center with, somebody I look up to musically in the community that I grew up with. Mr. Jonathan Simmons is here with us today. Hi, Mr. Jonathan Simmons. How are you doing today?
Doing great.
I will pass you this microphone. Please tell us about music and why you started playing music.
Ooh, God.
I'm gonna roll one in the meantime, in between time.
Okay. No.
They want to hear it. I want to hear it. I'm listening actively.
Why I got into music? Well, I mean, it started when I was really young. So, you know, like, of course, there's, like, a lot of, like, superficial reasons that kind of initially
Talking to the mic, please. Sorry.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay.
We're recording here. Production. Sorry, I don't have a mic stand.
No, you're all good.
Yes,
What is it?
You can see your levels also.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
There you go.
So, you know, I mean, I started playing music when I was like a teenager, right? So like, you know, there was of course like a lot of the, probably some of the superficial reasons, maybe some of the insecure reasons kind of going into it too. Like part of it was like recognizing I didn't know a whole lot about music, and that kind of started with my sister. Her term was like, when I just, you know, didn't know any of the bands that I'd kind of heard growing up. And she recognized that. She called the process musicallocation. She's like, I'm going to musicallocate you. And I'm like, okay. And that kind of, I guess, initially started the love. Guitar started when I was in middle school. And, like, getting onto the superficial stuff, you know, it was like, you know, had a girlfriend, left me for my friend, broke my heart. I was like, what was it? I need to get good at something. The guy that she left me for said he played guitar. So I was like, I'm going to learn the fuck out of this. I've been wanting to learn this for a minute. And then, you know, like going 13 on 14, a year in, I was like, wait a minute. This is actually kind of fun. But why I guess I continued music, it became like just an avenue to be able to express myself when words really couldn't, you know, especially at that age, you know, when there was like so many questions and I was still kind of finding my voice. That became a very easy way to be able to deliver that.
I love that so much. Because emotionally charged thought processes, like dealing with somebody leaving you for someone else that plays an instrument, that can trigger, through the butterfly effect, an entire lifetime worth of adventure because of music. I'm so happy for you that you get to do what you do. Growing up in Fairfax, Virginia, I was blessed to have jams that were happening almost every night of the week, dude. And I get to go up on stage and practice and sharpen myself and my intellect with musicians of such high caliber, dude. And the gold is in the becoming, dude. And truly, like tell the viewer about what we experienced as musicians in this area and how blessed we are actually, truly, to live here.
That's a great question. So, there was you know, and I think it probably, like, you know, because we're still young, right? But, like, it predates our time. But, like, when, around, like, 2016, you know, like, you know, right around drinking age, and when I was actually allowed in these venues, I remember being, like, 20 and hearing about these jams that were going on. And, then going there and just having my mind blown that there were actually, like, you know, guitar players and like other musicians like doing really cool things, live. What'd you find? Coffee. What is it? No, like it was definitely inspiring for me to see like all these people that were like just playing really really well and just doing it on the spot. It was the kind of thing that I was looking for. And so, once 21 came around, we had so many different jams that kind of came out the woodwork. Like there was one at Fat Tuesdays that is initially what got me kind of started. But then there was one at
Shout out Fats.
also shout out to what came afterwards too, because James Helly with Fat Tuesdays jam, which ended up moving to Old Shabine for a time. Gordon Sterling, who started Iota roughly around the same time, which then transferred over to Gypsy Sally's, and Kevin Bonds, who started the Jam Monday Ep.4 jams. So it felt like you said, every night of the week, we got to enjoy a really good jam. And what was it? We got to enjoy like a good jam like pretty much every night of the week, and it felt like just this big community that was just kind of building each other up and growing. I felt like I'd been playing for a little bit at that point, because like it had been like 8 years, but it hadn't really been like professional experience or really a whole lot of like significant onstage experience. That was around the same time that I've been gigging since I was 18, but it was around that time where I started really planting my feet. And I feel like there was so much growth that I got to notice with not just myself, but like everyone around me, because there was just this outlet in this community. And unfortunately, I don't really think the same community, like it exists, right? But like after the pandemic, a lot of jams ended up shutting down, or like kind of going their own direction. And like all good things kind of come to pass. Like a lot of also good musicians, like they ended up finding success and going one way or another. We're getting older. And I think that there hasn't really been, like, at least in the jam band kind of scene in Nova, like there hasn't really been that same like sense of community or fire since then. But like from that like 20, at least from my entry into it, like from like 2016 to 2019, early 2020, it was prominent. Like it was kind of one of those things where it's like the community was so massive that you could go to any show or any gig that you're playing or someone else is playing, you are going to run into another person that like, and another person that's involved. So, sad that it's not the same, but at the same time, like, I think it really was kind of like a wave and a little bit of like kind of like a footnote in the D&V music scene. So yeah, we got to experience something special, man.
Well said, bro. That's the truth. Nova is right outside of DC, like you all have heard already about. DC kind of gets most of the light that is shed through news outlets or anything. Like DC musicians, go-go, funk, soul, R&B, blues. Dude, everything is here. We literally have everything here. I turned 22 in LA, and my experience there was priceless, dude. Things that money cannot buy. Conversations with people I never dreamt of meeting. Me being someone who was raised in a different country, I didn't have the pop culture knowledge that a lot of you, my family, of musicians have, because y'all grew up here. So for me, when I meet famous people, I never even knew who they were. You know what I mean? So I treated them as if I was talking to you right now. And for the most part, they treated me just the same. Because I wasn't asking for a picture. I wasn't asking for money. I wasn't asking for shit. I just wanted to be here with them. I'm just here. I'm hanging out. You're hanging out. We're humans. And the truth of the matter is that people who choose an art or something outside of the daily monotonous life that is bestowed upon humanity today as the only way out are just people. That's all I'm trying to say. Living here, you touched down on the fact that we are older, and it got me thinking about all the words that contain the word older within them. Boulder, one of them. Soldier, one of them. Holder, smolder. Dude, the word old, some things come to you with time. And if you do not pay your dues, kids, and actually take the time to practice something and become somebody, there's life for you too. That's fine. It is what it is. But people have chosen to walk a path by something that sparked and ignited their spirit into action to be able to perform at a level that they used to dream of when they were kids. They were like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to be able to play this chord? To playing in front of people and having people cherish them and appreciate them for who they are because of how they made them feel. Please tell me about how music makes you feel.
I hate it. No. What is it? No, music.
Put some respect on her name, bruh. That's music we're talking about.
Right. I'm sorry. She's just a beautiful lady. What is it? Music is there's personally there's so much there for it, right? Like it is the thing that
love you so much.
I love you too, bro. Like music is the thing that like my entire life ended up kind of revolving around, right? So and it's kind of like a marriage. So like in a way you take the good with the bad, and like, jokes aside, right? Like
Happy and the sad.
yeah, like
That's on.
right, nice. But music is the avenue in which I found my voice, my purpose for a very long time, and it is still, like in a lot of ways my relax spot, my point of comfort. It's what I know. I have spent a lot of my time, like, immersing myself in music, kind of like as a spirituality almost. But at the same time, it's my job, and there are days that I don't want to approach it. There are weeks that I don't want to approach it. There's definitely like I think a push and pull that I kind of feel with it. But it's one of the things that I think kind of keeps me grounded is knowing how much it connects to other people. Like I think oftentimes with music, you can either get very, very deep in the trenches with that, where you almost kind of get like, just you get lost in the sauce. You get like tunnel vision into like the spirit of music. But then also in other ways, I feel like it can be easy for musicians to forget the impact that it has on other people. You can play a song that you've maybe done like every Friday night for your weekly cover band gig, right? And not realize the impact that song had, or even the way that you played it to that person. There was a
Please rewind 1 second. I'm so sorry. The impact of how you played the song to the person?
the impact of how you play the song to the person, or just by virtue of playing the song. Yeah.
Sure.
I believe that like sometimes a lot of musicians can kind of forget that, because they do get caught up in the motion of like weekly gig, got to make money doing what I love.
Yes,
And
yes. Indeed.
it can be easy to lose sight of that. I remember doing through I believe it was a physical rehabilitation center. I may be incorrect. It was so long ago, but it was through the Music Men's program. And
What's the Music Men's program?
Are we able to pause for a second so that I can actually look it up and
Dude, just pull it up.
Okay, well
we
let
don't
me.
have Jamie.
It's been so long. I feel bad that I can't properly shout out the person. But what I remember Music Men's being about essentially was um it was Andrea Kelly. Their I believe it was their organization that was showing out musicians for different places, whereas like people might not get the right access to it, whether it be like nursing homes, retirement homes, physical rehabilitation centers, etc. Like being able to get music for people that are um, that probably have some physical disability or something that's kind of like preventing them from being able to live like life as fully as we get to experience. Um, so
Truth.
they would have musicians play there. I think I don't know if it was weekly, monthly. I can't remember. This was so long ago, but I remember I was with a band and some of our members couldn't make it, so it wasn't like we had the whole group there, right? It was like a trio. We didn't even have bass. It was like guitar, vocals, and drums. And um uh we had a woman there ask for like Black Magic Woman Santana.
Yes, sir. Shout out.
And the rest of the band didn't know it, but I kind of knew it, so I like jokingly go on the mic and like try singing my way through it, but like it was very much like I was more so making them laugh because the idea was like I didn't know the fucking song.
They were
Like,
entertained.
well, no, the woman came up to me afterwards and started crying, saying she hadn't heard that song in so long because it meant this memory and this like experience to her. And I remember just sitting there like I was being tongue in cheek with it meant that much for you, like apparently she'd been asking the request for like months while they'd been doing this, and just because I went out on a limb and was being like a little funny with it, not disrespectful, but like more so like laughing at myself, right?
You weren't.
I wasn't prepared
to play it like
No.
Santana.
And
Obviously, that's not a feat to uptake.
And I'm not a
Santana,
fucking singer.
Santana,
I was
bro.
literally in the mic like, got a Black Magic Woman. But they she it inadvertently ended up being like one of the most fucking wholesome things that that I got to be a part of, and just because she asked and someone answered, and so I guess my thoughts on music is that like it's for me it's like language, it's communication, it's life, and I think that it's nothing but a positive thing, but at the same time it's like it is the good and the bad, it's really kind of art in its truest form. Sometimes I can just be a sponge and continue to absorb to this day and just live in it. Other days, other days I need a break. Some days I'm involved in the spirit of it. Other days, sometimes I'm so far removed that I need a little reminder like that. So that's kind of like the woman that made the song request. So I guess that's kind of my ramble and my thoughts on music.
You talked about not being able to approach it, and this is a time in my life where I am unable to play guitar for myself, by myself. For the first time in my life, the only thing that's ever given me peace from the outside was me playing guitar for myself, dude, and putting on Buckethead tracks and playing with him like literally he was my dad. I'm not lying. And now is a time where I can't sit at home. I can rock a stage. I will do that any day of the week. Twice on Sunday if I need to. I can do that forever. But playing for me right now is something I can't do, dude. Because, like, my first music teacher is dad, dude. Someone I, like, spent most of my life looking up to, a real star in this life. He was the light because he was in pain all the time and in darkness and sadness, dude. And his laugh, literally, unfortunately, all the rooms that I cherish in this area, even the restaurants and the pho places and the tea houses and the coffee places and the benches and the trees, dude. It's hard for me to even be here, man. Please tell them about Jericho.
So we talked about the jam scene back in like I guess 2016 to 2019, but of course things exist after that, right? And people exist after that, and um that's how I mean I met you through Guitar Center, right? But like I mean that we really connected through the jams, and that's also the same environment where I met Jericho, and Jericho was someone that I wish that I got to know better, but I've known him at the same time for a very long time. Because at this point now it's been almost 10 years, and uh, since I would have met him. And Jericho was always the kind of guy that he would he would listen to you and engage regardless of his place in your life or your place in his. Um, he was the kind of person that would congratulate you when you least deserved it. And when I say least deserved it, I don't just mean when you're feeling down on yourself, but maybe when you're even feeling a little too cocky, a little too egotistical. Like, hey man, I just fucked up that. So he'd be like, hell yeah, you did. Like he was genuinely such a warm person, and I mean like warm. Like you can say a lot of people are good after they pass, but not a lot of people you can say are warm or genuinely kind or truly just one of the best for you, even within the smallest interactions. Um, I kind of relay back to something that um, one of our friends, Kevin, said that um, we've all had moments in the music industry. We've all had problem moments. We've all had moments where our head got too big, or like we brought bad vibes somewhere. Like maybe things didn't go right. Maybe we were testy. Maybe it's been a long day. Maybe we were being a little too judgmental towards ourselves. Maybe we were being maybe a little, how musicians are, a little too judgmental towards other people. Um, Jericho is one of the few people that just didn't exist. And I gotta shout out Kevin for saying that, because these aren't my words, but they're words that I think really resonated with me about Jericho.
Hey man, thank you for speaking during that time. I truly couldn't. No, I love you too. But see, like we're just being together, and this is something that money can't buy. That's what I'm after. I just want to be, man. Want to be me? I want to sing about my friends until I die, until the last breath leaves my lungs. And I've been thinking about breath work, and I've been thinking about air. And if there is some sort of ozone layer that the air does not really truly get exchanged except through trees. Thank you, trees. Thank you, God, for the trees. Therefore, we are breathing and speaking through air that went through the blood of the people before us. And it's not just within the music, it's also within resonance itself. which seems to be what reality is really about. And as musicians, I feel like we're overlooked by these people who truly like. We're just, the time of being overlooked is over, and the truth is out. Ozzy Osbourne said this in one of his songs. The truth is out. The lies are old, and you don't know what to know. No, he said, and you know what to know. That's what Ozzy said. Thank you, Father Ozzy, for everything. Ozzy Osbourne's autobiography was the first book I have successfully completed from cover to cover in the English language in 2010.
Really?
Yes, sir. True story. I still have the copy that I bought.
I have it at my
And
parents' house.
I had to beg and be told no, and I made monies, and I went to store, I bought book, I read book, I smiled a lot. I got to know that I wasn't alone in this world. Someone else went through the same shit I went through, or similar experiences growing up when everybody's beating on you. I love you, Jon Osbourne. Thank you for everything you've done. You happy child, you. I strive to be as happy as you are, dude. Because happiness is something that comes forth when you truly are true to you. And you didn't let anybody tell you shit. You're a star. You're a star, Jonathan Simmons. You're one of those guitar players that when I see in the room, I light up because I know my brain is about to get scrambled when it comes to guitar playing and when it comes to just being in music, dude. Oh my God, these people, I can't wait for y'all to watch this fucking episode and watch the music segment that goes along with it. Because this guy over here, let me tell you what. I tell you what, bro. K's MacBook Pro. Thank you, brother, for this MacBook that you bought for me in 2013. I appreciate you, older brother. I will not speak your name on this podcast, but if you're ready to play soccer or play ball and get ice cream and hang out at a park like this, let me know. I'm available. But other than that, I will not hang out or talk to you. If you want to play, I'm down. If you want to fucking talk and fight, that's on you, baby. Those days are over. Jericho's dead. I miss you, brother. Jericho?
Yeah.
Dude, the trees miss Jericho. This park misses Jericho. The coffee place we went to miss Jericho. The owners know him, dude. We resonate in these fucking streets, dude. 703 till I die, homie. Take this fucking mic. You fucking talk to these people, dude. I don't want to say shit. You know what to say. I love you.
I love you too.
Fuck. I'm gonna watch the sunset and listen to you speak.
The funny thing is, I don't know what to say.
Hey, keep the main thing, and the main thing is you.
The main thing the main thing is me.
This is your episode.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure. All right.
You're a fucking shark. I believe in you.
All right. Well, Tell
me a story about Jonathan Simmons. That's easy.
well, there's so much to tell.
Tell me one.
That sounds grandiose, but like I didn't didn't mean it that way. Well, let me think. I guess keeping it on the topic of music, I will say that, what is it? I guess, reflecting on some of the earlier questions,
This is your solo.
I guess, there's actually, okay, elaborating, like, how I feel on music, but also, I guess, tying it back to, like, the jam scene, and I guess where maybe music is now, in the area. I feel like there are definitely a bunch of, like, smaller scenes that have kind of emerged since, and, it doesn't feel quite the same, and I don't know if this has to do with, like, getting older, or, things coming and going, but I guess, unasked question, but just kind of talking about how I feel. I relate to not feeling like maybe for differing reasons, but I playing music on my own. Um, that's been something I haven't really been able to. I've been mending that. I haven't been able to lock into that for a very long time. To really just like immerse and just explore the instrument and music unapologetically and without like inhibition. Um, I haven't been able to do that in a very long time. Um, and maybe it's because it's kind of oversaturated itself in my life, or maybe oversaturated itself in like a work aspect. But it's part of the reason why I do feel like maybe a sense of community and a scene is definitely a very healthy thing. Because I don't. There are definitely like there's a we have DMV Go Go, and that's always going to be a scene. That is a staple. But then we've got also little pockets of like we still got a small jam scene that's kind of emerging. We got a a big, I don't want to say a scene, but we've got a lot of producers in the DMV. And because of the field, I guess it's more of a competition based thing. Like you don't really see producers collaborating the way they could be. Um, there used to be a really prominent metal scene in the DMV. Uh, and then a lot of that kind of just moved out to like Richmond, Fredericksburg, and just like other places. And there's a pretty good R&B scene, but you have to look for it. There's a great R&B scene in the DMV, but like you have to look for it. You have to know exactly where the things are held, and a lot of those musicians are shit hot, so they're working. You're not gonna really get the same, I guess, casual sense of scene where it's like you can expect to see them at every single event because they might be like on tour the next weekend that the jam might be happening. Or, like that's definitely more or less kind of like what I've kind of had to experience. And I'm torn because I want to work, I want to do this for a living, but I guess there is a big part of me that misses that sense of community and a scene that's just that thriving and just full of like heavy hitters. I miss having something that interconnected. That was a big reason that kept me maybe wanting to come back to music on my own. Um, and um, we already talked about music being spirituality and being life, and
Music is spirit reality.
so it's one of those things where it can be whether it's moments of hardship or feeling lost or just being just in the thick of it, every day to day life. I think you fall out of it and you fall back into it, and I uh I want us both to fall back into it. I also want there to be like I just something like community or something like extra inspiration like would really just be nice to kind of have to be able to kind of instigate that. um I definitely miss having a community. Also lately I've been thinking about a lot of the time that I had that I just don't have at 30 anymore. Like I remember being I was having this conversation literally last night where I remember practicing for like 12 hours a day, 16 hours, forgetting that I haven't eaten, and
True story, kids.
like
Yeah.
like waking like realizing that it's 3 in the morning, I got to wake up at 6 a.m. for school, and that what, I just didn't give a fuck because I was going to sleep in my classes anyways. And
Yep.
I I in some ways like in some ways I don't miss that, but like in a lot of ways I really do. Like you know, like just like where the only thing like that was, I guess, the fuel that you needed was your own passion. And maybe not like extraneous like factors like making a living off of it, or having to like figure out how to do a better job with it. That's something that doesn't necessarily get talked about too. But when we're talking like industry stuff, there's a lot of ins and outs about like, hey, we're playing our set specifically like this, and sometimes that is absolutely great, especially when like a great set is built for an artist, a great stage show. You're playing hard music and very specific like arrangements to the T, hits, lines, etc. But I do find that like the more that you get into certain lines of work, the more that you have to compromise aspects of your expression, which is it's the name of the game. It's like the field that we're in, like the deeper the in that you get with it, the more, I mean, like I'm kind of just saying no-brainer shit because like think about all the bands where it's like once they do a genre shift, their fans like flame them. It's like, wait, you don't play that thing that we've known you for 10 years for?
But sometimes bad press is also press.
That is true. We still rolling?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, sorry. True. Angle change. It's all good.
We're running low on battery also. Which
Hey,
is
what-
perfect. This is perfect.
Well, as long as one of those angles gets my good side, you know what I mean?
You're all good, baby. Oh, you look great.
You look great, bro.
Oh, dude.
Shit.
You know what? I have some questions for you, if I may. What do you think about when you wake up in the morning? First thing, coffee. After you had your coffee, you know what I mean? You had your caffeine, you're awake. What is Jonathan Simmons? What is the idea of you? What do you do?
Ooh.
Caffeine, you're caffeinated, you got your needs met in the morning, what you need to do. And then after that.
Well, yeah. That's
That's a good question. I'm trying to get to know you, man. I want the people to know you. Because look, when I went to Jericho's funeral, I love everybody that was there completely, fully, with my whole entire being. But I saw a version of this man that, like, I needed to shed light on with the words that I spoke. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to do this as a service also to all of my homies that I care dearly about.
okay. So
just so people understand, man. They know you. They kind of get a glimpse.
Well-
think about who you are, man. It's for you. I mean,
we're gonna get a little vulnerable, but like I think that so if it wasn't fucking obvious because I'm a musician, that comes with some mental health issues. And the first thing that I think of when I wake up every day, unfortunately, is I think it's probably regrets or maybe insecurities that I need to work on, and that's sad as shit, but it's the truth.
Truth is the truth, brother.
And but the second thought, you should have asked what the second thing I think of.
I love that question. I'll ask that question from here on out.
Okay.
I didn't like that answer, dude. We need to talk.
The second thing that I think about is in conjunction with my coffee and cigarette is how I'm gonna do better, and how I'm gonna what I'm gonna make with my day, and I think like it's all kind of like I was talking about like refining myself with music. I think that extends to like life and shit too. So like it's all kind of like under the same umbrella, I guess.
Another question that people seem to have been asking me lately. What are you going to do about monies? And how is your life real? How are you going to pay for your bills?
All right, so my OnlyFans link is...
Tell them.
No.
I'll be featured soon.
Oh, yeah, yes, you will. Let's get it.
Money.
Shit, we're about to shmoney. Nothing I won't do.
No. Come on now. Hey, man, we're after things that money cannot buy. But answer this question, because people have been asking me, and I don't know how to tell them that to wait. Like, I'm growing sugarcane, homie. If you don't know about sugarcane, please look it up. That's been my answer.
So what am I gonna do about money? Well, okay, so let me talk about some good shit. So,
My guy.
I work full time in music. I teach private music lessons, and
Where at? Where can they find you?
so currently Guitar Center and Shaw, Capitol Hill Arts Workshop. So a couple different locations that I toggle between throughout my week, but I actually get most of my money through gigging, and that has been an immense blessing. I've been talking a lot about, like, I think some of the strains that comes with working in music, but also I'm incredibly fortunate to be able to do what I do, and it doesn't mean that I don't have additional desires with how I do it, or, like, preferences. Like, I mean, like I said, I want to get into the spirit of music again and refine that. Lock in. Almost kind of like,
I love it.
I don't want to say, like, the same thing as this, but, like, it's like, finding that, like, again, that passion, that spirit, that thing that, like, like, talking about, like, freaking 16-year-old us playing, like, like 12 hours throughout the day, like, and just, like, that just being all the fuel that you needed, like.
Imagine doom scrolling back then instead of doing that.
Oh, God.
Talk to the kids. Tell them.
I mean, we did still kind of have doom scrolling. It was just, like, memes were still kind of, like, I think, what is it, in its infant years.
But again, choosing the work, what does it do to you?
Choosing the
that
work?
Part. Inspire them.
Right.
That's our job. We're 30.
Well, okay. If you never want to make money again. No. No, what is it? Real talk, like, I mean.
No. Lie to me. I want lies.
You want lies?
Come on now.
Okay, you will make so much money in music, and you will get so many women, like countless. You will be constantly fulfilled, and there's nowhere else but up. Those are my lies. No. Okay, but, like, bringing it back. Like, I think the good thing is that there's always time to be able to, like, to refine that. Nothing's linear. So, like, you like I said earlier, you have moments where you fall out of it, and then you fall back in. When you fall back in, you fall back in harder. And that's just kind of the push and pull of life and just everything. And I'm incredibly lucky to be doing what I am doing and what I wanted to do, and I want to have it more on my own terms while recognizing, like, the blessing that I have.
Oh, tell them.
But at the same time, money can get tight. And I'm very lucky to be in a very, like, low rent but very incredibly comfortable situation. And I guess last thing on that is that, I mean, if you have the drive and you have the will, and more so than anything, the attention to detail. A lot of people don't talk about that, but I think the one thing that kind of, like, will maybe create barriers of entry as far as, like, certain, like, levels of work with music is attention to detail, whether it's, like, on your theory, on your performance, on even how you talk to people, which I'm not suggesting to be inauthentic, but, like, being authentically a good person, but, like, kind of honing in on the things that can, like, like, if you have a goal, pursue it. If you can hone in on, like, what you need to do to, like, better pursue that without, without being at the expense of anyone else. Like, because there are some people that are out for the bag and it's fuck everyone else, and I don't think that serves anyone, yourself or other people. I found that one of the best things that is, and this isn't why I choose to be a good person, but like rather I noticed that a side benefit to being kind to other people is that you receive kindness, and if you're able to do business through that lens, but also not get walked on, like have your own like accountability and your own sense of self, plant your feet,
Sir.
you'll do fine in the business. So that's my thing, I guess, for anyone who would.
Hey, that's enough treasure. I'm a pirate too. Arr. Haha. You heard it here, kids. Jonathan Simmons. Where can they find you?
So I really need to change my IG handle, but for right now, it is B Guitar 95.
B Guitar 95.
And what?
The letter B.
You can also
The letter B, or is it B-E Guitar?
no, the letter B. So
Spell it out.
BGUITAR 95. The numbers 95.
Yes, sir.
B Guitar 95. And then I also what is it? Currently doing a lot of business with my my music group / umbrella corporation. What is it? The Grind Crew _3.
Yes, sir. Shout out the Grind Crew. Shout out Nova Music Scene. Shout out the DMV. Shout out Washington, D.C. Music. Shout out all the fucking places that we love. Shout out all the people that we love. Shout out Sandy Redmond. Shout out Ryan Parsons. Shout out Fat Tuesdays. Shout out Epicure Cafe. Shout out Gus. Shout out all you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here and watching this episode with my brother in guitar, in life, and in destiny, in destination. Because we met for a reason at Guitar Center, and we talked about the things that we talked about at Guitar Center for a reason. Literally, I remember you, dude, dearly, and I hold so much love and so much space, and I dance to your music in my heart when you're not there. And I miss you when I'm traveling and walking. And I sing about you to everybody that wants to hear a story. And if you want to hear a story, kids, you got to bring me 3 things. Go watch the Lorax. I love you. Cut.
All right.
Electric. Come here. Come here.
Let me get up a mode.
Come here, pirate man.
Oh fuck.
Come here. Bring it in. Bring it in, my brother.
There we go. Legs are. I should not have sat that way.
Thank you for having this, man.